All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Summertime Rendering, episode 19.
We
Bye-bye,
have,
Ushio.
An Ushio that is gone.
Ushi gone.
Ushi nowhere, not
Ushi
here,
nope. Yeah.
far, no wherever you are.
Nope. And Mio?
I love that you're so focused on Mio in this when we literally had our antagonist.
No, I
in
know,
the previous
but
episode
for
here.
all of the crazy plot stuff that's happening, now I'm at that point where I'm like, okay, now, how are the characters' feelings going to handle all of this stuff
we'll
that's
see.
happening?
I'm also curious to see if this is something where we'll have to get into the characters' understanding a little bit as to what Ushio was and all that, because we did have she was the eye. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's an origin explanation here. But then is this the Shinpei? We're now in a fucked up situation where we need you to get to that like bird's eye view state now.
Right. We need you to use the eye that is partially Ushio, but not Ushio, but was Heine, and maybe get Ushio back just in time to break Mio's heart again, sort of in that other way.
Right.
And yeah.
It's time for a Shinpei quest, basically.
Yes.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh yeah, just...
Coming to gloat. All right.
Oh my god. Shit. Yeah, she hadn't been made yet.
Yeah, and you don't have someone to protect you right now, and that's a shadow.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, and now just calling everything.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well,
So you're gonna abandon the kids to live?
make a very important and very quick phone call, maybe?
Make a deal?
Yeah.
Negotiate?
Huh?
Okay.
Just trying to desperately buy time. Why? A bigger threat somewhere else? Something that she can't afford to have, like, get made permanent?
Mm-hmm.
She still could have had the shadows kill them. Or no, right, because she can't have the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No way.
Holy shit.
No, it's just a memory. It's not actually a piece of her.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. Oh, damn. Damn. That's
brilliant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because she still has the data of when...
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit. A Persona villain, and now Shinpei can fight his shadow.
Uh-huh. Right. So the phone's now being fucked up with not working because of it being copied. Right. Okay.
Right, all the way back then.
Fuck. Yeah. Right, right, right.
Unless it's just the memory of the phone numbers. Wait.
Nice, nice. Okay.
Okay, that's actually fair, and that could end up helping.
All right, but that was Heine just, you know, getting rid of shadows that could potentially be an enemy. Yeah, yeah.
And then it has the data from that, even if it doesn't have a working phone. Yeah.
It's already over. Observer. Wow. Wow.
Oh, I love it. That's what I'd do.
That's true.
But you could also ask Mio, what would you do?
Yeah, the eye's bleeding more, yeah. Everything, okay.
Oh, hey, what do you know? Mio gets to spend all day with Shinpei after all.
Yeah. So one of them has Heine, one of them has Shide, yeah. Only God knows. Wow!
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a horrible place to meet, yeah. Okay. Nice. Stay out of the way.
Right, because Shinpei still has his actual gun.
Yeah. I got this. Yeah. Wow! And she's the author!
Yeah. So of course, yeah. You're just adding another one now.
Yep. Ah.
She says don't give any death flags, and then she's like, I'll just throw it in there now. When this is all over, I'm gonna...
No, but I love it. Like,
Yeah.
she's the author.
So it absolutely makes
would know
sense.
about that, yeah.
By the water, like in the OP.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it did seem weird in the OP that it showed Shinpei shooting Rosengill.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Jesus. Yeah, Ryunosuke really does break
Just everything.
her body, yeah. Yeah, see? Heine's in there. Wow.
Gotcha.
What a
Okay.
wild.
君のせいでハイネは深く傷ついた。衰弱はより進み、もはやこの世ではあと数ヶ月と生きられる。
Oh, damn.
Gotcha.
君のせいなんや。
And I'm obsessed with this future that we're building.
Well, only a few months, that's not enough to give birth to the next iteration.
Yep, yep.
So fucked.
Fuck yeah. All right. Like a video game. Yeah, a lot.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
やっぱりな。お姉ちゃんの言うた通り、攻撃をかわさせて避けた先で僕を仕留める気か。けど、シデに2秒先の僕が見えてるわけじゃない。ハイネが見てからシデにテレパシーで伝わる。
So if you block Heine's perception,
right?
それなら早く、より早く。僕が動けばいいだけのこと。
Fuck! Oh my god!
all right.
And just continue with it. Boom! That's some DBZ shit right there. Jesus Christ.
Holy crap. Now, Heine doesn't seem concerned.
I remember, you're still fighting an armor of corpse armor, so you don't know where the actual form is. All this happening in a microsecond.
Uh-huh. Oh shit, that was close.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
This is why you came here alone, so you wouldn't have to cover anybody else. Yeah.
Ah. Shit. Now with the seeing the future, how can Nezu really support you here?
Well, it's just the idea.
Just give
that,
covering fire.
Well, if they're so focused on, Hizuru. Wait.
逃げるな。逃げるな、龍之介。初めてお姉ちゃんとリアルタイムで話せた。嘘。これ夢と違う。なんで。やかましい。緊急事態。
Wait.
He's so happy. Okay.
お姉ちゃん。今から伝える作戦はお前にしかできない。
2 players, 2.
2-1-2.
Yeah.
体の操作は任せるぞ。気合い入れろよ、龍之介。私に気ぃつこて。
Oh.
私の体壊れても存分に使え。
Okay. Shit.
All right, we're getting into the micro minutes of this day here.
That's some like she was already fighting past her limiters, but it's the no. You're not going far enough past the limiters.
You're not letting me die here.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
We're racing towards a finale here.
Yep, we are.
We've got a very real bad loop that we're in right now.
Yes.
And while there's no real way of making it better in the immediate sense, there are ways in which Shinpei can grab a hold of this power and get to Heine's level and fight with her on equal footing. But we don't know what those methods are going to be.
Exactly. But we do know that there was a reason that Heine, with her better perspective, was like, no, I can't kill Shinpei here.
Yeah.
Shit. I have to go do something else. And I thought it was going to be that everybody else was doing something that was like really critical that she had to stop. But it wasn't.
Nope.
It wasn't. It's that, okay, I'm going to set up something to get them over to these different places where we can kill them, but they're also in different places, so Shinpei can only choose one to save, or to try to save. But even then, that wouldn't necessarily be why she would spare Shinpei there. So
Right. So the seashell is something that she was aware of what it was exactly, and immediately was like, "Shit, wait."
Yeah, I think it's that she realizes that no, Ushio's not actually gone. Like that it's going to be something where she's back at the beach, she doesn't have the memories. While they're being preoccupied with this, she's doing that specifically so that they won't run into Ushio.
Or at the very least, she can just end everybody and kill everybody.
Right, before they reconnect with Ushio or anything like that, or something.
Or something. Yeah. There's a couple things that we're having held back in that regard here. So that's positive, but we'll have to wait to see how that goes. Yes, the Spider-Man thing of, choose
Spider-Man.
Yeah, or the Dark Knight, of
exactly.
Go to each of those locations. Who are you gonna save?
Yep. And
the thing is, Ushio, in the beginning, said you need to save Mio.
Yeah, and one of the things that I do think is kind of hilarious though is that inadvertently, Heine kind of did that by the fact that she had Mio CC Mio, which was a great idea because it's hey, I'm going to make it so that they have one less shadow by saying, oh no, we might not be able to trust her anymore because Ushio's dead, Who knows if it'll last? But that means that now Shinpei does have a shadow on his side that he can have help him out here. And that I could see being the thing that changes everything because you have one go to each location now. They might not show up in time, but he can actually try and help both places. So, yeah.
So now we have our fight on our hands here. We've got our party split in 3 different locations. We now have fucking Ryunosuke and Hizuru having their we need to fuse entirely. No more
this is our
separation here.
Final Getsuka Ten show. Let's go. Yeah.
I also love the idea that Hizuru has been the pilot all this time and has very much been okay, cool. I'm now going to pull this off rather than letting you have full control. I could have done this at any point, but what probably was always an issue with that is that would muddy things quite a bit. And she probably went through a whole bunch of mental issues just trying to reconcile that she's not just one person,
And I love the explanation that because of the distress that Heine was in when all of this happened, she incorrectly created Ryunosuke's shadow and put him in the wrong temporal coordinates, just slightly. And as a result of that, it's he's observing things from 2 seconds in the future.
That. That's just the way it is
that's
now.
just how
that's
I made
canonized.
it. Fuck. Yeah.
But also the idea then that by extension, Shide is really, really also not a fan of Hizuru because Hizuru was the one that got Heine off course for a bit of time with an actual genuine friendship, which is, again, feeding into my point that Heine is the main one there.
Right.
Hiriko is subservient in the piloting sense
in
the body.
True.
That's why Shide is very much like, Heine, you can't do that. Heine.
Right, because he's trying to deal with Hiriko, but he's got Heine.
Right.
Yeah. And it was glossed over, but the idea that it's Heine can only manifest for a couple months at a time. I need her for at least 9.
Yep.
That's so.
Yeah.
So
he's a piece of shit. And all right, cool. So we definitely can save Heine. Hizuru was the foreshadowing and the point towards that to be referenced. But in order to do that, we have to
we'll probably need actual Ushio to do her full thing.
Exactly, right.
But
which means that we're going to find a way to reconcile this timeline, but it's going to take a bit. And we're not I don't see the clear path. There might be one, but I don't see it yet.
Yeah.
So, all right. Shinpei has Shadow Mio with him.
Yep.
I like their odds in general, but they do have to then contend with a Shide at any point. But what's cool about that also from a mechanic standpoint, and even the fact that fucking Hizuru was like, hey, don't go raising death flags for me yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, they get it.
And then at the very end of the episode, it's the okay. Even if this kills me, we're gonna do this fight.
Out.
Yeah. And now I think she's gonna be fine in the long run absolute sense.
Sure, but she can win because there's 2 Shides. That creates that feeling where there's actual tension in this next episode because Shide has 2. We don't have to have both of them survive a canon, point of no return kind of thing.
Well, and the armor isn't just in one location.
Right. The armor is itself
because
clump of stuff that Heine allows him to basically use freely.
Right, and so, you just split it in half, and now it still seems to be able to function to the same kind of extent. So maybe it's like we haven't seen any big limitations of the stuff that the Shide that Ryunosuke and Hizuru are fighting have any weaknesses as a result of the fact that it's not all the armor.
Right. But we do know that it is absolutely capable of taking, receiving damage and all that. So we just don't know when that damage actually gets, noticed on the hit bar, But the idea that it's a mound of shadow corpses, I like the way in which that ties things to a classic necromancer where he's using a reincarnated, fucked up sense for his necromantic extend beyond life kind of thing, but then also taking his patron deity and having them basically give him, masses of human essences, but also, the shadow stuff. And then if shadows have their lifespan hit a certain point, he's literally a gravedigger going around and being like, yep, I'm going to take the remnants of the clumps of that shit and incorporate
all the dead shadows and just keep your mass
keep your
with
thing
me.
topped up, Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So
gross. Now, something... I know I harp on this a lot, but with everything that's set up here mechanically, which location does it make more sense for Shinpei to go to versus Shadow Mio to go to?
Sure.
It makes more sense for Shadow Mio to go save Mio because it's just Mio and So.
So you're saying they should actually split up.
They should split up, but that will again result in Shinpei quite possibly not going to save Mio because they brought it up at the beginning of the episode when Shinpei was surrounded. I can't even take one shadow. That's not how this works, right?
I think the one thing that he could kind of infer from this is that clearly Heine will be where Hizuru and Ryunosuke
strongest forces to take out strongest forces.
No, because he saw the memory. So he knows of their connection. So that's something that he can infer that Heine would be at the very least involved with that. Well, yes, for the strength side of things as well, but also from the connection standpoint as well.
Sure, yeah. Because, if Heine needs to be where Ryunosuke/Hizuru is, otherwise she just sort of trashes everything, right? Yeah. Because the 2 seconds in the future thing,
strong.
That is too much of an advantage, right? So you got to have Heine there to equalize that. And so, maybe Shinpei would be like, okay, if Heine's there, then that means Shide's probably there too. So then I'll go save Mio because Ushio also said that. And then it'll be the struggle of, oh fuck, I sent Shadow Mio to go help with the hardest fight, but
she could get taken over potentially.
She could get taken over, or just shit, now it's us 3 regular teenagers needing to deal with a Shide, even if it's a weaker one or something.
There's no way we can do that.
Right. Unless Shinpei gets lucky and gets a surprise shot, right through the head or something.
Yeah,
that's just.
Yeah, and we completely removed the. We can't just call people and communicate stuff because of the locations where they're at.
Yes, I loved that.
They're like, hey.
We're in the boonies. Self-signal is a bitch, right?
Right. It needs to be in these specific locations, otherwise your plot thing that breaks all the communication problems down and dissolves them into nothing.
Every horror movie falls apart with the cell phone.
Yeah, exactly. So it's we don't have to worry about that. They spent a lot of time to make sure that was an actual thing there. But I actually really liked no. Remember when I was, copied and stuff? That iteration of me, actually like did destroy the phone,
and because the phone was destroyed at that time,
the data for a real
the
one
data
exists.
basically like updated, and so now
Heine has that
and can make a real phone even when the original is still there
in this iteration,
right? Which is like
at this point,
like kind of a stretching of the rules from our previous understanding of them.
But it's the same thing in that the fourth dimension bird's eye view kind of thing
gives you special sauce, and Heine is the
source of that,
is the kingpin and the source of that. So it makes sense that
right.
If there's something like that were to happen, it would be with her.
Yeah,
but
okay, if they need to kill Shinpei today,
but they couldn't kill him back then.
Now.
Right, that's the big, because anytime you do something where it's like, oh, this is a hopeless situation, and like when that was happening, I was like, yeah, this is hopeless, unless like even if Shinpei were to call somebody, there's no way that they'd get there. How does he get out of this?
So what I think he could have been doing, is that he didn't know that was there, but he could have been thinking like, I gotta bluff or something.
And I liked his attempt at bluffing. But it wasn't
a bluff, because he was like, what is this? Like, wait, what? Like, he was surprised that the shell was there.
Oh, sure. But that wasn't the thing that made Heine call them off.
Well,
right? Like,
sure?
I'm pretty sure.
No. Look at the way in which she has this thing there where she notices him put his hand in his pocket. She looks here. Eyes flash.
Oh, yeah, so she's looking at the hand in the pocket.
And then she has this thing here, which is like, I'm communicating to all shadows.
Wait. That's...
Yeah. So something...
Yeah, why, like...
Yeah, we don't know. There's something here. Yeah. So then he looks into his pocket here.
And it's the seashell.
Yeah, I think the issue is that we still have to remember that Shinpei at some point achieves fourth dimensional observation. You know, he has the bird's eye view attained.
No, right.
But because of that, there's a battle that Heine is
playing that Shinpei currently isn't aware of.
Or she just became aware of it, potentially. She maybe didn't know until now.
No, right. But like, well, and maybe that would get into the whole stuff of like what kind of rules for time travel does this show want to go with? Is it like with the 2 seconds in the future, are you seeing butterfly stuff? Or is it you're just on a different schism, and so now you only see the immediate things that are definitely in the future for that timeline that you're on, or something like that, right?
Right. We know that the eye is looping because it's, made of shadows and
right.
stuff. But the idea then that there's something about Shinpei that keeps her from wanting to end it here, which means then that there's something in the future that is necessary to happen in order for this to actually work for Heine.
Right,
possibly.
and the tough part about this is that it can make it seem like Heine is bouncing back and forth between I want to kill Shinpei, I don't want to kill Shinpei. Because on the one hand, if it's something that is no, Shinpei's death actually will cause him to do that whole thing, then she wouldn't want to kill him in the first place, and she'd need to figure out some other way to win. But she does say, no,
after that.
I know, but I do want to, after that, no, I'm going to kill him. I won't allow Shinpei to survive until tomorrow's ceremony. So, like, what is the deal there? And if it's something where because of knowledge of the future and outside of time stuff, you can change the future, right? Then that it would make sense that if you ever find yourself into a situation where it's I do have the upper hand here in this current point in time, then you would absolutely want to solidify that by pushing Shinpei past
Wait. No, that's I get what you're saying. What you're saying. Yeah, you would need to solidify things past a certain point.
Because just because you have knowledge doesn't mean that you can perfectly enact things based on that knowledge,
well, right, because of the rendering aspect. The idea that the eye's power is actually that what the world you observe is the one that actually becomes real. So Heine is dealing with the fact that she is conflicting, she has someone else observing another, thing there that's going to conflict with the world
so
she sees.
They're doing a little time war.
So this whole but this whole battle, this whole thing is a time war, basically.
No, right.
So from that standpoint there, she needs to have, like you're saying, multiple things get solidified, but the other thing that we might be potentially setting up here is the reminder that if Heine is still Heine, Hideko is there, but in terms of Heine getting what she wants, the thing that Heine might want is the thing that she might want is different than what Shide wants.
That is a definite possibility. But I would say we haven't really been seeing Heine since the stuff with Hizuru's backstory. Or if we have been seeing Heine, it's Heine fully given into the instincts of being a shadow and all that stuff, and I'm going to kill and whatnot.
Yeah. The in terms of what you would call Heine, in terms of we see her being friendly. Yes.
No, right. Like that's
what you're meaning.
That's Heine, right? Everything else, yeah, we call her Heine, but it's the either Heine puppeted by Hideko, or the Heine under the full influence of the fact that she is a shadow and has all of the instincts to feed on people and all that stuff. But the thing that to circle back to the whole seashell thing, having two people doing time battle stuff, okay, cool. But if you have something where Heine believes, cool, I've got this, I've won, I do all my trump card stuff to get this perfect setup, so now I can kill Shinpei. And then she doesn't, that means that she got new information. And when a person that can see outside of time gets new information, that doesn't just happen, right? Like, that's a very big deal. So that's the thing that...
Right, and that's why I would say that in general, the idea that you could get new information doesn't actually exist in the sense of being able to see outside of time. You don't get new information. Everything...
Right.
No.
Because you already see it.
No, you already see it, but the idea of that's the only way that could really happen is if Shinpei reached something that was beyond her perception until now. And that thing has to be the bird's eye view. That's something that he's had all along, but she does not know exactly
but the tough part for that I wrestle with that is that then if it's something where in the future at some point Shinpei will reach the bird's eye view, you could still stop that from happening by the things that you do in the present here.
Well,
right?
Okay, yes, but the thing that leads me to think that she kind of went this route here is that what does she do immediately after this but pull, I need to use Shinpei's shadow here.
Right, to get everybody else into different places.
No, but maybe that's it, but maybe it's also a thing to be like, I need to look at his memories again.
Oh, sure. Look at his memories, figure out the way that he thinks. That was probably one of my favorite bits about okay, how do we outgame them here? And I think the answer to this for Shadow Mio and Shinpei is going to be, no, I'm going to share my memories with you. Let's do my plan, right? And that's where it's something that Heine won't be able to predict because it's think differently. And the fact that she inadvertently gave Shinpei the very means by which to do that is just poetic.
Oh, right? Yeah, it's super poetic.
Right, like, but I'm going to weaken them, but it actually strengthens them.
Right, but I do want to bring up that if we were going to go for a plot twist here with Heine starting to correct the course a little bit because it's now more Heine that, like, the story's literally bringing up in the themes and stuff, this could be the beginnings of Heine rebelling from Hideko, making little decisions that are, to the audience, actually in conflict. And we're trying to look for something where it's just that simple.
And because now where that could get funky is that if depending on which one is the one with the that is the source of the time perception of Heine versus Hideko, if it's Hideko, then it could be something where Heine is basically making decisions that are bad calls, but doing it in such a way that she hopes will be something that Hideko won't like catch on to, or to like reestablish control and all that.
Or something where it's my desire is always this, but as I get more and more memories of the future, like not like literally memories of the future, but basically kind of see where the future is going, that's a potential thing where then we could have it's so hard to speak in this whole thing
because even then, even then, if it's the Heine is trying to get one over on Hiruko, she wouldn't have information to then convince Hiruko that this is the right call, right?
Yeah.
Unless
so
there is actually
I think
new
we're too
information.
off in the weeds now at this point here. But yeah, we've got the fight set up here.
Yep.
I really want to know what caused Heine to stop.
Yeah, because that you don't want to just like
you can't gloss over that.
You can't gloss over that. That is a very big deal.
Yeah. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.